Yeah, for me, I was actually trying to keep myself calm. Knowing when Stubble was still batting, we always knew we in it to win it. I didn't expect myself to do it at the end of the day, but I obviously just tried to stay as calm as I could be. And at the end, I did it for the team, so I'm just happy with that. I think we were happy with that because we actually restricted them in the last 5. They didn't get as much as I think they would like them to get in that last 5. I think the last over only went for like 6. I think it is. So we were always happy. We knew that was a good wicket, so we're always backing ourselves to get there. And when the rain came, it just made things easier. The ball was skidding on. It looked like the ball was skidding on. So at St George's, you always back yourself to get that. I don't think guys were thinking too much of the target. We just wanted to give ourselves a chance, but obviously still win the game because we go first on the log, and if there's a bit of rain about and stuff, we go right through in Cape Town. But our first thing was just winning the game, So guys were calm. Guys were always still backing ourselves. Coach tried to keep us as calm as we can be. So I just think we did well at the end. Obviously, the bowling coach do back us all. We do work hard on our areas and what we want to hit, but we have a simple plan. It's just obviously assessing the wicket, hit the wicket hard, and then let the batter hit you from your lens. We don't want to change too much. If it's working, it's working. It's been good working with Dale. He's very calm. We obviously do our homework before the game, analyze the batters and stuff. But I think our bowlers have been really, really good this tour. I think we just kept it very simple and just backed our basic stuff. We didn't try too much for the whole comp, and I think it's been working for us. And today we didn't start as well as we want to do, but we always backed ourselves to bring it back in that middle overs. It's actually a tough question if you want. The thing is, we if you look at our bowlers, they all like good bowlers. We have Marco's an international bowler, so he knows what to do. And with T20 cricket, with them taking you on and stuff, the risk is higher. And we were just lucky, the wicket we bowled out the Capitals was actually a really good bowling wicket. It was nipping around, but the brand of cricket they play on a wicket like that you have to play proper cricket shots, and they just thought they're going to come out and obviously try and act. But I don't think there's much to say about that because we just try to keep it as simple as we can as bowlers and then just take it from there. Yeah, I was just going to say, because most of our games we were chasing and like you said, low totals. But if you look at our batting lineup, there's always runs there, and as a batting unit we still back ourselves to chase anything or set any target. And it's just nice playing with the guys that we play with. If you look at Aiden, Stubbo, and how they go about their business, it's just unbelievable. And you just feed off of that coming in. So I think that's the same as a bowling. We will just try to keep it as simple, hit the ball where it has to go, and then let the rest take care of itself. It's really been good for me, for my game, and just how I also go about doing my stuff and seeing how the other guys do their things. But I've really been enjoying everything about it. Coaches, the environment, just the PE and just the competition, playing in front of big crowds. It's just been unbelievable for me, and just I want to do well every game. If I have to travel there, I think we're going to travel there and then get there and then rest for the next day. So I don't think we're going to do much before that.
Does the approach change at all?
I don't know. I don't think anything will change from here. We're just going to obviously back our abilities and go into that game 100% and rest it.
Yeah, I think leading into this game, I think the one area of focus for us was around our bowling at the back end of the innings. I think most of our cricket's been really good through the start of the tournament, but probably the last 3 or 4 games in the last 5 overs, we'd sort of stepped away from what we'd talked about how we wanted to play. And that was a real focus for us yesterday when we talked about how we wanted to and what we wanted to execute today. So I thought we were heaps better today. I was really happy with the performance. Obviously we didn't get the win, but also to have a youngster come in and bowl the last over in his first game, get his first wicket. Just little things like that for me were really pleasing. So it's never ideal when you're going into into the back end of the tournament on the back of 4 losses, which we've had, but those games mean nothing. And I think for us, we know that if we've got enough match winners, if we turn up and execute what we did tonight and be a little bit better, then we're going to be competitive, and that's what we have to do on Wednesday. Yep, he's been great. I suppose that's the one thing when you're in effectively a dead rubber, we could afford to rest some of our fast bowlers and give the opportunity for Naba to get a game. He's worked really hard in the background. And from my point of view, it's one thing to see a player in the nets. You want to see him, in the heat of the battle. What's his temperament like? What's his skills like? So it was a pretty nervy start for him. I think everyone saw that. But then to come in and bowl the back end in that last over with the composure that he had, I mean, that'll be huge for him to carry that forward. He's an exciting prospect, great kid, and I was really pleased that he managed to pick up a wicket as well. Yeah, I think we probably felt we left 10, 15 runs out, 175. But we knew if we bowled well, the wicket was tricky. It was, if you had the top of the stumps, and we talked about the length we wanted to bowl, if we were there consistently, we could make it challenging. And I think once the rain came down, if you think about today, that certainly wasn't in our favour. The ball got wet, the wicket skidded on, and that's why I'm really pleased. The guys never whinged about it, they just got on with it. We still tried to execute the stuff that we wanted, and we took it to the last over. And a ball here and there, we could have won the game. So, as I said, with the bat, probably not getting the production of runs that we want, but we're going to go and play our next 2 games, hopefully on a very good wicket in Joburg, and there's enough quality in our lineup that if they fire, then we're capable of anything. So I'm really looking forward to Wednesday. Yeah, I know the bowlers aren't happy. The batters will be excited. I mean, we've got an all batsman. I mean, I watched the game the other night. It was a hell of a game. 200 plays 200. But again, I always talk to the guys. It's not about that. It's just about this is the way we want to play our game. If we go up there and we do that and we lose, then that's so be it. I think we can wear that. Then we're not good enough. I think the previous games that we've played, we've gone away from what we wanted to do and got beaten, and that's the disappointing aspect. So I think today was a really good reset for us. The challenge for any team in the playoffs is to be able to put it when there's, especially for us when we're facing elimination, to be able to keep our composure, play our game plan and play it well enough to win. And I think that's what I'm looking forward to on Wednesday, seeing if we can do that. Not really. I mean, they've won one good game, so we've won 5, they've won 3. Yeah, we've lost ours, but we beat them twice. We beat them on their home ground. I think it's actually cool to play them there because I know there'll be a big crowd, and I think that's what you want to play for. You'll play in front of a big crowd. And then look, as I said, we just focus on one good game of cricket. Whoever we play, if we beat JSK, have got to hop on a plane after a defeat and come and play us on a pitch probably we've already played on. So it's a harder way to get to the final going through the elimination game, but we've just got to play 2 good games of cricket to get to the final. And I think the 4 teams that are in the finals are all really good teams, all deserve to be there. So it's just who plays best on the day. So I think all our boys are really excited about it, and we comfortably finished 3rd. We deserve to be in the semi-finals, and although the last games perhaps don't reflect that as much, through some of the stuff we've played some really good cricket through the tournament, and we know if we can put it together, we can beat anyone. Yeah, well, that was again probably the one aspect today was to give those guys a rest, because you're going to have to play 3 games in 4 days to win the tournament. I mean, even the Sunrisers have had a busy schedule at the back end. They're playing game after game after game now. It's tough. And certainly we found, playing 3 or 4 games in a row, our guys were getting tired. So every team's in the same boat. There's travel involved now. So as I said, you've got taking all those factors, it sort of evens everything up. It's just on the day we've got to play well. So, yeah, I mean, Sunrisers, top of the table, played awesome all season, and Durban as well. Those 2 teams have clearly been the best 2 teams. But the round robin phase counts for nothing when you go into playoffs, and it starts again. So we've just got to turn up and hopefully play well. I think, you look at teams and they do play in a certain way. Most teams play in some sort of pattern, either the way they use their bowlers, the way they bowl at the back end of the innings. There's certain things you understand. You start to see patterns in terms of batsmen and where they try to score. So every team does that analysis. I know we do. The one thing I'd say is we haven't been at our best through the 4 games. We're much better tonight, but those 2 games against Durban and the game at home against Sunrisers, we weren't anywhere near where we needed to be, particularly at the back end of the innings. So for us, if we can now, flick that switch and be better, it only takes us to do that, and that could be the difference between us winning and losing against either of those two teams. So, look, we've got to focus on Joburg first. We've got to get through them and then worry about who comes our way. And as you said, like, at the end of the day, all I want our guys, and I've spoken about from the start of the season, is these are the things that are important to us and the way that we want to play, and we've got to back that if we do that and keep our composure, we can win. And if we don't, then we're not good enough, and that's okay. But from a coaching perspective, when you go away from the things that are important to you and then you lose, that's the thing is the most frustrating. And I suppose today, even though we lost, I was much more pleased because we did things that we spoke about, and so I can wear that. Honestly, momentum's the biggest myth going around, I think. I mean, their game the other night means nothing when they play us. You know, it means absolutely nothing. It's a state of mind. You can talk about it, but even with teams that you walk off and get whacked at the back end of your innings, it starts again. There's no momentum. It's just two teams playing a one-off game. That's how I'd frame it up. You know, we've beaten this team twice. We know they're a dangerous team and got good players. We know they're on their home ground. Sometimes you don't know what the pitch is going to do at Joburg. Even they don't know what it's going to do sometimes. So, look, that's the state of mind for us. We're in the playoffs, and we've just got to play well. And everything before Wednesday night's game means absolutely nothing. It means nothing. And, you know, when you've got Jason Roy's and Josh Butlers and Dave Millers, if they have a night out, we'll win. And we've got enough players in our team who are capable of doing that. So I think we take the confidence in our group that we know if we fire, and we haven't really fired on all cylinders yet. If we can fire, then we'll win. We'll beat the teams that we play against. Probably the same stuff that I talked about. I think the two teams who finished 1 and 2 definitely deserve to be there. They've been the standout teams against everyone. So, we found them hard going, and everybody who's played against them, struggled because they've been so good. For us, we started the season well. I think we had a couple of warm-up games, and we're really clear about how we wanted to play, and we hit the ground running. And I think the combination of, we got a little bit tired. We had a busy schedule. We were playing well. We had a couple of niggles in the team, and then you just lose a couple of games. And we were outplayed in a couple of the games, and then, as I said, you lose a little bit of confidence, and we got bumped off our game plan. I think that can happen when you go to grounds like Johannesburg and play, or Centurion when the ball flies around. Our park sometimes offers a little bit more protection, and even at the back end when Boland Park was playing flat, the wicket got better and better, we just weren't at our best. So, look, we've sat down and talked about it. I said to the boys, there's no hiding from the fact we haven't been at our best, but how are we going to fix it? And that's what we talked about yesterday, and to their credit, they went out today and were much better. So now Lungi and Obed likely come back into the team. The challenge for them is to do what our boys did out there tonight. And if they do that, the quality of bowlers that they are in our bowling group, then we'll be okay, because for much of the season, we've made teams work really hard. It's only been the last 3 or 4 overs that teams have got away from us in all our games. So if we can tidy up that part of our game, which I'm sure we will, then who knows what can happen. So yeah, I can tell you one thing. It was nice to be. I think we were 5 and 1, then 1 and 5, and trying to chase at the other end. A team's made the playoffs with 3 wins. That's the bottom line. So all the momentum stuff. Look, we've still won 5 games. I'm proud of the guys, and hopefully we can have a couple more wins. From a cricketing point of view, I'll just tell our guys to enjoy it. I mean, that's the beauty of playing Joburg on Wednesday. Is we could have played Pretoria, we could have played Mumbai and had a few thousand there, but now we're likely to have a full house. And the whole point of us practicing and training and doing the things we do is you want to go out and play in front of a full house. Whether it's home or away, that's what makes it fun. And it's going to be hostile and loud and stuff, but I'm going to love it, and I'm sure the boys will, and that's what we'll talk about. This is the chance to go have a good time in front of a big crowd, and it'll be pretty sweet if we, knock a team out on their home ground. If we don't, it'll be good fun anyway. So, yeah, try not to think about it. Like I said, there's a lot of experience in our team anyway, so they won't be too phased. But it was pretty cool, as I said, with Naba to come out tonight and get to experience. It's a great crowd here, the band, get a wicket, and those sort of things make a big difference. So yeah, always enjoyed coming to this place, back with the band and stuff. It's nice to come back again.